Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be the review of the Neon Drip palette from Poppi Cosmetics. So this is how she looks. I really like the design because maybe you can see that there is like a bit of like drips, you know, that are a little bit more shiny. I think that is such a cool design, really like it. And then of course the inside looks like this. So let's just get this closer to you because it is a very gorgeous palette. I gotta tell you, I did this look. This is what you're going to see today in the makeup part of the video, and this is my fourth look with the palette. And of course this is my new review setting that I'm doing a couple of looks off camera, and then the last one that I'm filming is also the review look, and this is the part that I'm talking about. Okay, so anyway, as when I'm speaking right now, I am also popping on the screen the other looks that I did from the photo shoots, which will also come up in social media, so that you will see all of those looks later on, including also the one from today. I gotta tell you a little bit about this because listen, this got released I think in February, and I spoke about this in my new makeup releases video. So there is a whole story behind this that I just need to share because I was so like, why did this happen, sweeties? You know, I'm not super good about my comment section. Everybody knows this. I'm trying my best, but I have a business to run and I also have a very big family. So sometimes it takes me a bit to get back to you, right? You all know. So anyway, one day I sat down and I just went in my YouTube creator studio in like the comment thing, and where I get all the notifications about my comments, and I went through my comments. And then I also went into the spam comment section because some of the comments get automatically by YouTube without anything that I'm doing get put into a spam file. So I went into this and I saw that Poppi Cosmetics, the owner, I guess, or someone who is in charge of the social media, had commented under my new makeup releases video where I introduced that palette and spoke about that palette, and they said in that comment, please reach out to us, we want to send you this palette in PR. Sweeties, I almost fell over. I saw this comment a month after they had written to me because I really don't go often into the spam file, you know, I don't. I could not believe it. I immediately went to Instagram and I messaged them, I PM'd them, and I said, listen, I'm so sorry. Your comment went into the spam and I only saw it now. But sweeties, I ordered this. I ordered it the day it released. So thank you so much for reaching out to me. I wish I would have seen it earlier, but there was really nothing I could do unless I would like check everything every day, and I just cannot do that. So just saying that would have been a huge opportunity for me to get this from Poppi Cosmetics, but anyway, I got it anyway, so I'm glad that I did. This is really a gorgeous palette. So let's do a few swatches, okay, because you know I'm not great at swatching. I'm not particularly like enjoying it like super much, but it's sort of part of being a beauty YouTuber, so that's what we're doing. So first let's do a couple of the shimmers. Let's go in with the shimmer lid that I also used today on my lid. My arm is not primed with anything. It is what it is. So you can see that it comes across a little bit sheerer. I'm going to also talk about this in the review part, okay? So then the next shade that I'm going to swatch is the shade Wet, which is a beautiful purple. Here on the skin it looks a little bit also like a purple fuchsia hybrid, I would say. It's really pretty. And maybe let's also swatch the green. It's a very light green. It's called Flex. It's beautiful. I have that under my lower lash line today. It's super pretty. So let's maybe also do 3 mattes, and then you know, then we did what we did. The mattes, while swatching, feel really soft and like satiny. This is also one I'm wearing today in my crease, like that. You see, I'm not so good at this. But anyway, I'm trying my best. I'm trying to get into it. Then that was the shade Cloud, I think. Then we definitely have to swatch the shade Kiki, because maybe you know that Kiki is the nickname of my daughter Kineret. It is a yellow matte. That might not maybe come across so well on my skin, but I promised her that I'm gonna feature that shade in my in my video, because I have to. Because, you know, she always says, Mommy, when you have a brand, you have to come out with the Kiki palette, you know? So this is as close as we got to the Kiki palette. Okay, maybe let's just have also the shade Slimy, which is a neon green. Now, did I mention that nothing is primed here? I'm never swatching anything on a primed surface, so it might not, you know, it might not show up too much. You also see still the remnants of my skin condition. It is going away slowly. It's just that because of the isolation, I cannot go to any therapy. So that's why it's lingering on. And I'm going to swatch, as the last one, I'm going to swatch the shade Freaky, which is like a purplish, probably like a corresponding matte to the second one that we swatched here. And this is how it looks. So if they look a little bit patchy, it is because they're hooking on to my skin condition. What can I do? It is what it is. Okay, we're not faking anything here. This is what it is. And yeah, so of course you saw already in the looks that I have put up in pictures on the screen how the palette worked. I tried to do a couple of like different placements of different of the looks in order to not always do the same. Plus also the palette took me out of my comfort zone, absolutely out of my comfort zone, in a way that I will talk in the review part about it. Okay, so anyway, I think we're ready to go into the look, how I created this one. I had so much fun, sweeties. I think you're gonna see that. I also had a lot of coffee, so what can I do? It's very early in the morning and the girls gotta live, right? So anyway, this is what it is. I hope you enjoy. In a second, you will see how I created this look. Of course, it is again sped up with music, so it is going to be very entertaining. Hopefully, I'm trying to get into this, you know. And after that, you're going to have the review part, and I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in just a second. Okay, sweeties, this is the finished look. I think I'm really liking it. I had so much fun with this palette, seriously. So okay, let's go in and just show you a little bit closer. Okay, so now let's chat a little bit about the palette, because really this was a big surprise for me. I knew that I wanted the palette the second I saw it. The second it popped up on Instagram as a new release, announced or released already, I don't know exactly anymore what it was, but I wanted that palette so bad. And I actually, as I told you already, I ordered it on release. On release. So anyway, I knew from the beginning that there was gonna be one pet peeve with the palette, which is just, it is not really against the palette, it is just, if you know me a tiny little bit, then you know that this is what I always say, more depth in the palette. Now this is a neon palette, it's not a secret that this is a neon palette, and neons don't really go deep, right? Because there are no deep color neons. Have you ever seen like a dark green neon? I haven't, right? There is no such thing. So it is what it is, and it's good the way it is. Plus, it really, really took me out of my comfort zone with having to have my dark mattes. Though, I gotta say that the second Poppi Cosmetics comes out with another palette, and if I do like it the way it looks, I will most probably go ahead and get it, because I want to try darker mattes too, depending on how the next palette is gonna look. And I hope they come out with more, because I really, really enjoyed this one. So let's talk about this. I have used all of the shades in the palette. Of course, for me, this is a rather small palette, but I really, really enjoyed it. I have tried everything, all the shimmers, all the mattes, and I had a lot of fun. Everything worked really, really well. I thought they were also, like, they were super blendable. They really also today, I don't know, I hope it came across in the look that I did today, how those shadows really so nicely blended out over my crease. I was so in love. Makeup makes so much fun. When, does one say that makes fun? Is fun. Makeup is so much fun. When it works like this, you know, I just really, really liked it. Now the shimmers, maybe you can see that they are a little bit, like some of them, at least this one and this one and this one, is leaning a little bit towards it already. It looks like it's hard pan. It is, because it does not pick up so super well on the brush. It does, like, you have to though, like, rub the brush in a bit, and they work better with the finger. So you saw also in the look that I did that I first applied it with the brush, and it does apply with the brush, and I did not spray it or anything, you know, so it was just the way it was. And then over that I went with the finger, because I always do, you know, I always feel it gives the shimmers an extra kind of a pop that is just so super nice, you know, so that's why I always do that. So this is not a criticism. I think they are a little bit more sheer, in the sense of that you can also put them on top of a matte. So for example, I also did that, I think, in the first look that I saw, that you saw in the beginning, that was just like yellow and green. I think I put this shimmer over this yellow, if I remember right. It's already a couple of days ago, obviously, so I think that's what I did. And that also works really, really well, because it gives you another dimension. It gives you more to work with, because you don't just have the shimmers that you have, but you can also sort of, if you combine them with mattes underneath, you get more nuances, you know. That is actually really, really nice. So I really, really enjoyed this. And plus, as I told you, it takes me out of my comfort zone of always doing the same thing. I actually had to think, what am I doing with this, you know, without my deep dark mattes? And that is a good thing. In the beginning I thought, even though I love the palette, that's why I ordered it, but I thought, when I then actually was sitting here and looking at the colors, I was like, what am I gonna do now? Like, what you know? And maybe you know that too, in your own like makeup application routine, that you always like gravitate to the same things, and you are comfortable with that, and that's how you vibe, and that's good. But sometimes to just have something that like takes you out of your comfort zone, it's amazing. It's a good thing, you know? So I really, really enjoyed this. When I look at the packaging, it is super, super stunning. It has a very sturdy, in a good way, sturdy and bougie feel. It feels not just like cardboard packaging, which it is, but it feels like this is good quality, thick cardboard packaging. I don't know how to put it. It has a good magnetic closure. It has a nice big mirror here, and yeah, everything feels super good about this palette. So for me personally, this was a total success story. I really liked it. Of course, always when I start with a new brand and that I have not worked with before, the first look is always a bit like, always I feel a little bit insecure about myself, and that has nothing to do with the brand. It's just my insecurity, because I always feel like I need to get to know this first. You know, that is always how I feel, and I've said that so many times before already. That's why I'm so glad that I'm not really doing first impressions anymore, because I have so much anxiety in that first look that it's not good. It's the looks come out good. It's just that for me, it's not good, you know? So for me, doing a review is so much better, because at the end of my like trial period with the palette, I feel so much more confident about like giving you an opinion, and also feeling free to like not be in that scared place of that first look anymore. So with all of that being said, for me, this worked super well. Was a very pleasant experience, and if you are into that color scheme, if you're looking for something like this, this might be just for you. I really enjoyed this. As you saw in the looks, I think that it really performed well. So that is my review of it. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, then of course please give the video a like. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here. You will find everything that I've used in the description box down below. Leave me your comments. What do you think about the look? Have you tried this palette? Have you ordered it? Would you like to have it now that you've seen it here? Would really like to know, because you know, sometimes like neons did not used to be on my like top priority list, because I'm personally leaning more into the like a grungy kind of looks and darker, I don't know, deeper looks. I don't know really how to say it really, but for me, especially maybe also because it's springtime and we all need some happiness, some extra happy, vibrant colors. So this was absolutely what I needed right now, and I'm just so glad to have this palette. So thank you so much to Poppi Cosmetics. This is amazing, and I hope you come out with a lot of more amazing stuff. And like, just judging by this, I have no doubts. So anyway, this is it for today. I hope I see you again. My next video will come up very soon, and up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.